Hi everyone, I'm Roots Naturally, and I'm here to share with you just some information about my favorite game, Coin Hunt World. Recently, Coin Hunt World just had what's called its Hunters Lodge, and then it had a chat in the Discord. It was its third Hunters Lodge. What I love about the Hunters Lodge is that the developers basically update everyone on what's going on in the game, what's coming up in the game, any changes. They basically interact with us hunters and answer our questions. And then afterwards, in the Discord chat, we kind of like get down to business. So for anyone who does not know what Coin Hunt World is, Coin Hunt World basically is a game that you walk around. So it's a mobile game that you basically walk around in real life and you open vaults. It's a mobile game. It's kind of like puzzle-like. There's some aspects to it that are, depending on what the event is that's going on. It's an adventure game and it's an educational game. But when I'm telling people about this game, or when I'm walking around and someone sees me playing this game, one of the things, well, there's actually two things that I think attract people to this game, but the big one is the fact that you get to earn free cryptocurrency from this game. And I love that because I think Coin Hunt World is pretty much like a easy way for people, especially those who are new to crypto, to kind of ease into learning about cryptocurrency. Now, mind you, the questions that we are asked in game are not all about cryptocurrency. There's actually only one trivia section that is crypto. There's many that you can choose from. For example, geography, science, sports, US sports, one of my favorites that was just newly added, health and medicine. I love lifestyle, food and drink, just to name a few. So the second thing that I find really attracts people to this game, if they aren't really interested in crypto, is the trivia aspect. Like, I know my cousin, I was trying to get her to play for like the longest time. And then we were just going somewhere together one day. And I said to her, oh, can you help me with this question? I forget what the question is right now. And like from right then, she was hooked. She's like, what is that you're playing? I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, I've been only telling you about this game for so long now, right? And she signed up instantly. So, if you love trivia, this is also a game that the more active that you are, the more that you will earn in the game. Plus, you get to go out and see the sights and hear the sounds of your city. So I will continue. So I'm just going to kind of run through some of the things from the Hunters Lodge, and you can find this information on the Coin Hunt World Wiki. Great place to kind of catch up on like the beginner guides, how to get started, just an overall wealth of information. So here we go now. We are growing. So Coin Hunt World is in the USA. It is in Canada. It was launched in the UK on the 30th of September 2021. And it was launched in El Salvador on the 20th, 2021 of November. So just here, we're seeing where it says that there was over 2,600 registered UK hunters. In the US, it took 6 months and 8 days just to get to 1,000 users. It took that amount of time in the UK in 1 month. For El Salvador, between the launch and so 9 days in, there was over 500 users. So El Salvador is literally going to outpace a lot of these other places that Coin Hunt World launched in. One of the events that took place in the UK was the VeriBlock event. And it was their first token event. It was their first token campaign. So just kind of looking at my notes right now. The VeriBlock event was a great success. Here, let me do this. It was an amazing success. As you can see, there is over 700,000 VBK that were dropped to over 700 players. There was 20,000 total VBK brand interactions, 186 VBK blueprints found, and 294 VBK Cubies printed. I wanted to touch a little bit though on the VBK brand interactions. So it was funny because while the UK launch was happening, while the VBK event was happening in the UK, I had a friend over and we're just talking about like video games and you know, crypto and all these different things. And I just mentioned to him that, oh, well, Coin Hunt World is having this VBK event. And he quickly went on his computer and checked out VBK. And right there, he's like, boom, 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 I'm buying some of this. So I think it's really cool to have campaigns in Coin Hunt World, because then it helps us hunters just kind of chat, you know, learn about all the different kinds of tokens that there are out there. So another thing that I wanted to touch on, if you look down here on the bottom of the right, to the right of the screen, it says VBK will be returning to UK and El Salvador. So Coin Hunt World is planning another campaign, will be going live in the UK and El Salvador sometime in December. And one of the co-founders, Cuckoo Puffs, basically said during the Hunters Lodge, do not sleep on VBK. So hint, hint, just kind of take a look at what exactly the VBK token is. So what's coming in December? All right, so there are new blueprint types. The first type, right, we have our Cubie Blueprints. And there you see the El Salvador Cubie, you see the UK Cubie, the Pirate Cubie, and then the legendary Cubie. And then we have the construction blueprint. So the first one is a construction blueprint. We will see them for the first time during the Christmas event. And this is where hunters will be able to construct a Christmas tree. So that's kind of really cool. My papers. And what is the next new blueprint? So the next new blueprint type will be NFT blueprints. So NFT blueprints, as long as it stays in the game, you can trade it with other players in the auction house. You can mint the blueprint into an NFT in the game. Once you do, the blueprint gets burned in game. Outside of the game, your OpenSea wallet will receive the NFT. New event types. So as you see here, we've got the thematic events, launch events, and the token events. So the theme events would be things like we just had a Thanksgiving event, we had a Halloween event, the St. Patty's event, things like those, right? And then you have your launch events, and the launch events touch on launching in just new areas. Coin Hunt World does plan on expanding worldwide, so that's where we would have our launch events. And the current ones that were just launched were London and El Salvador. And then the next one that we will touch on are token events. And we've had a Doge event and the VeriBlock event. So what is the new one? So the new type of event will be the NFT event. So the NFT event in Coin Hunt World will center around celebrity. So it says Coin Hunt World plus times celebrity. So the celebrity event. The celebrity event will be an epic. It'll have actually two parts to it, okay? So first part is the epic celebrity Cubie. And the second part will be the Coin Hunt World plus the celebrity collab, which includes OpenSea. So let us move on. So what will happen is they'll be hiding specific NFT blueprints at locations in Coin Hunt World. The locations will be pertinent to the celebrity in question. So if Coin Hunt World does an event about a celebrity, say in the UK, for instance, then most of the locations will be in the UK. These events will be heavily territory heavy. However, it was said, like many celebrities do live all over. They might be born one place, live somewhere else temporarily, and depending on how their life goes, they might live in several different countries, just like us common folk. So Cuckoo Puff said that it will be intention to have friends interact in a 2D burst. That's when talking about the celebrity events. So let's see here. Our first celebrity NFT event. Who will be the first celebrity NFT? All right. So the first celebrity for our NFT event will be Pat Morita, sorry. My favorite is Pat Morita. And I don't know if you guys, I hope you guys know him, AKA Mr. Miyagi. I'm excited. When I was actually watching the Hunters Lodge, I recorded myself because I had to remember a lot of information, and I was like, yes, because I mean, who doesn't love the Karate Kid, right? Like, I absolutely love the Karate Kid. I watch it all the time still to this day. So Pat Morita will be our first NFT ever. And Coin Hunt World worked with the estate of Pat Morita on just creating just an amazing, bountiful amount like NFT for us. So This part here, though, is for the Pat Morita Cubie, right? So for the Cubie, this is what you will need. How do you get the Cubie blueprint? During the Pat Morita NFT event, all green vaults replace small Torii gates. And if you look to the right here, you will see that there's a little Torii gate that's there right beside the Cubie. A small Torii requires one green key to unlock it, and each small Torii drops a Pat Morita Cubie resources plus a low chance for the Cubie blueprint. Now, it is a low chance because this is an epic Cubie. I was a little confused. That's, you know, when I do these, when I talk about events or talk about things in general, I like to be as well informed as possible. That's why it's taken me a while to actually even touch the subject of the Hunter's Lodge. I was a little confused about whether or not we needed to answer a trivia question in order to receive our stuff or resources or even the blueprint from the Torii Gate. I was in the Coin Hunt World fan group. One of the contributors there, Marco, he's from the Coin Hunt World USA. He actually replied to someone else who had asked the question that we will not be needing, we won't be needing to answer any trivia in order to get that blueprint and subsequently the NFT that I will be speaking about in just a minute. So green vault will be replaced by the Torii gates, like I said. Torii gates will draw Pat Morita Cubie resources, but have a low chance of getting, which it is an epic. So that's where it is. In the chat afterwards, in the Discord, someone asked if we could find out what exactly the resources were going to be. And it was said that the resources for the event would be chopsticks and Japanese drums. So hopefully that's correct. So there are 60 exclusive NFTs. There are 6 unique NFT art pieces. Now, Coin Hunt World, like I said earlier, worked with the estate of Pat Morita, and an artist was commissioned to create just 6 beautiful pieces of art. And they were minted on OpenSea. They will be hidden in game for us hunters to find. And yeah, how do you get it? How to get an NFT blueprint. So for this part of the event, compared to just getting the Pat Morita Cubie blueprint, to get the NFT blueprint, instead of small Torii gates, there will be large Torii gates. So large Torii gates are placed on 6 locations that are significant to Pat Morita's life and accomplishment. It's up to you, us, the hunters, to find them. Inside each Torii are 10 NFT blueprints. A large Torii costs 1 red key to unlock. The first 10 players to open it receive, which I think this is amazing. With 1 red key, you will receive a Pat Morita Cubie blueprint. You will also receive an NFT blueprint that you can use to claim ownership on the NFT on OpenSea, on OpenSea.io. Each large Torii has 10 copies of one of the 6 Pat Morita NFTs. And let me just check to make sure there's nothing that I am missing here. So like I said, you will have 100% drop rate. I think it's really cool that you only need one red key in order to get the blueprints. Like if you haven't gotten it already, and the NFT, and then, you know, I just think it's amazing, period. Okay. So you can decide what you want to do. If you do end up getting the NFT, you can choose to trade it in game in the auction house or decide to turn it into an actual NFT. It will be up to you. The event will be the first half of December. Celebrity events will rely heavily on the background of the celebrity. So for instance, Pat Morita lived and worked in California. 5 out of the 6 NFTs are in California. 1 will be in Hawaii. This event will also have a charity component to it. All keys used for the green vaults and the red vaults, the green vaults are being replaced by the small Torii gates. And for the large Torii gates, will be donated. Where is my paper here? A sizable portion will be donated to the Shriners Hospital, and also the Pat Morita estate will also get a portion, which is one of the places where he spent his childhood growing up, recovering from a childhood illness. You can hit the Torii gates more than once. So once they deplete, like all the stuff is gone for that one player. So someone else can come by and open up the Torii gate. Once everything's gone in them though, that's it. It just vanishes. Like I said, the large Torii gate can be hit up by anyone. And here we go. We will start talking about the Christmas event. So we're going to have a Christmas sneak peek. And there are 2 returning Cubie blueprints. One will be the Santa Cubie blueprint, which is cool because I don't have that one yet. I did get the other one that's coming is the Rudolph Cubie blueprint, which I did get to pick that one up in auction house like a while back. So I'm happy other people might be able to pick that up as well. And there are 2 new Cubie blueprints. Now, while the Hunter's Lodge was happening, Illusion Weaver basically, you know, said he could give us a hint about one of them. And of course, it wasn't going to be the epic, but I was still happy. He gave us a hint and told us that one of the blueprints will be an Elf Cubie blueprint, and it will be a common. So that's our Christmas sneak peek for us all. And there's going to be a new quest line system. So both Illusion Weaver and Cuckoo Puffs didn't really say much about this. They were like, they wanted to keep it a secret. It was like they talked about it. They were kind of joking, like kind of laughing, saying they gave away too much information about the Pat Morita event as it was. So not much talk about that. I'm sure we'll find out what exactly is going on once the event does start. And what's coming next year? There will be changes to how keys work. So there's going to be no more key booths. Supercharged mystery boxes. Everyone will have a similar base income, base inflow of keys. There's going to be new mechanic to earn additional keys each day. So you could do that by daily quests, achievements, or player-owned vaults. Okay, so key booths are gone. No matter where you live, the base income for keys will be the same for everyone. Let's see here. New mechanic to earn key every day, like daily quests. Hunters get rewarded for activity. For example, a daily quest, you may get a certain amount of keys for how many steps you took a day, you know, running, going cycling, skateboarding, unicycling, I don't know. Insert, you get extra keys. Basically, you will also have achievements to unlock. Really didn't get too much into that, but I am sure we will find out more about it. Like one thing I've learned over time since I have been playing this game is that I don't really kind of freak out at first when there's new changes, because if the change is not very popular in game, we can go into the Discord and voice our opinion. And from what I've seen, things are done to kind of remedy the situation. But more often than not, honestly, a lot of the change, in my personal opinion, has been for the better. It's been great for including people, you know, the ixnay on the key booth thing. A lot of players that aren't in areas that were able to get keys where, you know, the keys were bountiful. If you are in an area like myself, I don't have a lot of keys around me. And in order for me to get keys, I am in a vehicle driving all over. And personally, to me anyways, it kind of conflicts with the whole, like, you're out there exploring your world thing, but then you're also in your vehicle in you know, having to buy gas, so it's costing more money, and then just emissions from gas. Like, get out, walk, run, do whatever. Don't come at me, I'm just telling you my opinion. All right, so that's it basically. And now we're going to talk about player-owned structures. So new player structures are coming. The area around your UV is going to be yours. Therefore, only you will be able to build new structures on this piece of land. Then it's got a little asterisk down there. Is this existing UVs will phase out over time? Oh my goodness, what's going on here? As I just said, I don't freak out, right? So UVs will be phased out. The plot around, the plot where your UV is, that's going to be your land. So around a 50-meter radius, I think. If I'm wrong on that, I'll correct it. Around your UV will be your territory. No one else can build on that area. No one else can build on your territory except for you. So new player structures. Tag. So this is it's the 3 stages here. You're going to tag. Hunters tag the world around them. So for example, fountains, banks, bus stops, you know, walking, cycling paths, coffee shops. Coin Hunt World continuously will be releasing new tags. The new system will be created to tag stuff in the real world so that Coin Hunt World can be, so that these areas can be added to the the database of what is going on essentially in our world. So I like to think of it like we're creating a 2D verse of what's around us. And, you know, like our UVs are where they are now. It gives a better picture of everything that we see in our real world. So the next phase of this is the build phase. And there, you know, you're going to have construction. There will be construction blueprint shop. So a new shop will be launched where construction blueprints will be sold. Each construction blueprint has its own construction quest. You will be able to match the construction blueprint with the correct tag. For example, some of the buildings will give you a quest, some buildings will give you a crypto, etc. Coin Hunt World continuously will release new construction blueprints. And then the next phase will be operate. All structures require compatible Cubie to operate it. Some structures require stocking resources. For example, coffee shops require coffee. So here you may have to source things for your structures from outside sources, right? If you have a coffee shop, for example, your coffee beans for your shop might have to be sourced from a coffee growing region. So someone else in a coffee growing region in Coin Hunt World, they then can sell you coffee in your region, and that's how it's going to go. So do we have any examples of what this may look like? So an example of this would be like, say, the Lucky Fountain. You're going to tag it. You're going to place, you can place only, the fountains can only be placed or tagged in the real world where there are actually real fountains. Like you can't just go tag a light pole and call it a fountain, right? There will be specific structures that can only be tagged by rural players. Rural players may be asked to tag things like barns or farms, fields, etc. Because remember, what we're trying to attain is real world, right? We go along, we're driving, like myself, I'm out, I'm driving along, I'm seeing barns, I'm seeing cows, those type of things. That's part of my world. So I want to see that in Coin Hunt World. And they're going to ask for it. And I'm happy with that. So for Coin Hunt World players who already have a UV, say, on top of a fountain, they're lucky because they will have they'll be like the first players to build Lucky Fountain in Coin Hunt World because they already have the land and they have the tag. It's basically the virtual world being overlaid on the real world. So the next part of this would be the build. We're using this example of the Lucky Fountain, right? You're going to purchase a Lucky Fountain blueprint, find a fountain to tag, claim the tag with the blueprint, complete the construction quest, assign a compatible Cubie, and then to operate. So you tag the area, you've built your area, now you're going to operate. Once active, all players can use this Lucky Fountain. Throw a key into the fountain to receive a 1 hour lucky boost. 50% of the keys inserted go to the owner, which that's really good. I like that a lot. And that's my example, their example of what this new Lucky Fountain, this tagging, building, operating, how that will look. So let's move on to some exciting news. One of the things that another thing I should say that I was excited about during this Hunters Lodge. I gotta get up. Oh my, sorry guys, I gotta do a little stretch here for a second. I was at this for a while, just making sure that I got things together correctly. All right, so merch updates. One of the goals is to get to a point where we buy merch with keys. That's one of the goals for next year. Possibly in the future, we can have a merch shop in game to sell things. Let's just see what this stuff, what they put up. Isn't that so cute? Like that, those are some ideas, right? So players who would like to run a Coin Hunt World merch shop can now apply for a license, send an email, you see there, to merch@titaniumtoast.com. Titanium Toaster retains ownership of all Coin Hunt World intellectual property. So if you are one of those hunters out there that has like a fabulous idea, I know there have been several, different things I've seen, cubies. I am really interested in those little cubies. There are hats that are out there, just amazing things that have been created by hunters for us to show that we like the game. So if you are interested in getting a merch license, you definitely send an email here to merch@titaniumtoaster.com. So afterwards, after the Hunters Lodge ended, I was saying that they had the Discord chat, and this just basically, you got to send one question and it was answered by the devs in the chat. Now, one of the things that I know that people are always asking about is the iOS. Like, I think I see that, if not daily, several times a day. There's never a few, there's never more than a couple days that I am not asked about when is Apple going to approve Coin Hunt World. And at the end of the Hunters Lodge, Illusion Weaver basically said, Coin Hunt World has been willing and waiting for 6 months. Coin Hunt World is ready to go on Apple. Apple still hasn't approved the game. So what are some other little tidbits here? Oh, yeah. One piece of information that I missed at first was that, like I said, the large Tory thing, just keep that in mind. I did mention it in the earlier when I was speaking, that you do not need to answer any trivia, which I thought was like amazing. And at the end of the Discord chat, they basically said players will be getting 5 mystery boxes. And you know what? I didn't know whether it was like the players that were in the Discord chat or it was in listening to the Hunters Lodge. So in Discord the next day, I actually, one of Cuckoo Puffs, who is one of the developers or the founders of the game, he was in there answering questions, because everyone, right after the whole Hunters Lodge thing, there was so much information. I feel we got so much goodies kind of inputted into our brains that we just needed to find out the information. And Illusion Weaver and Cuckoo Puffs, the founders, they were there answering questions. So I wanted clarification on who would be getting the 5 mystery boxes so I could report about it on the Coin Hunt World fan group. And as you see here, every player in game got mystery boxes. And when you open up your box, your mystery box, everyone got different things. So one of the questions I asked was basically, tell me what you guys got in your mystery box. And some people got like 5,000 resin. Some people got paint and keys and just all different kinds of things, right? And I thought that that was pretty cool. And that is the end of my little musing about what has been going on in Coin Hunt World. I hope this information was really useful for anyone who missed the Hunter's Lodge, or maybe you were there, but like I said, there was so much information, you just kind of needed like a little bit more breakdown. Thank you so much for joining me, and happy hunting.